Hello, today, how you can win 20k playing Halo. We're going to talk a little bit about Discord, a little bit about D&D, and a little bit about YouTube woes. I'm Peave, welcome to Blue Team.
I'm Cronnie. How are you all doing?
Okay, so let's start off with a simple one then. Let's talk about the new D&D film. It's just been announced via Comic-Con. What's your thoughts so far? What do you know about D&D?
I've literally just seen the trailer about 20 minutes ago, and I thought it looked pretty good. I thought it was. It's got dragons in it for a start, so who doesn't love dragons? Not sure about Michelle Rodriguez. I've never really liked her in films, but that might be more due to a non-like of Fast and Furious on my part.
But she is featured in your favorite game franchise of all time.
She is. I don't think that warrants to have the accolade of good actress. But Chris Pine's in it. I like Chris Pine, who doesn't like Captain Kirk.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks pretty good. I know why they've done it. Obviously, in recent years, Dungeons and Dragons, off the back of Stranger Things, has had a massive influx of new fans.
I don't think just off the back of Stranger Things. I think just in general, it's no longer uncool to be a nerd. You're allowed to enjoy fantasy.
Yes, but I do think Stranger Things has had a massive input on that. My daughter, for example, talks about Stranger Things. Talks about Dungeons and Dragons now, and that's because of Stranger Things. Whereas if I showed her a Dungeons and Dragons box sort of 2 or 3 years ago, it'd be like, Dad, what the hell is that, you geek?
Okay. Have you played Dungeons and Dragons?
I've not. I've bought a starter kit and I've not got anyone to play with.
Oh, well, there you go. So I've never played Dungeons and Dragons either, but I imagine it's one of those things that we could technically play over Skype. Or whatever. So maybe we'll set up a Discord or something like that.
We need someone to show us how to play it on the channel.
Oh, I actually have a friend that knows how to play Dungeons and Dragons. Actually, now well, I've got a mate that does weekly things. So maybe I'll see if I can chase him up.
Set up a Discord or something like that, and then we will play it over here, and he can be the dungeon master or whatever it is they're called.
Yeah. We'll see what's going on with that.
We'll do it on the channel, and if we can get anyone who wants to be involved, then you're more than welcome. We'll see what it does.
Well, since how we've mentioned Discord, it just makes sense that we move on to our Discord topic.
Yeah.
So so Discord just came to Xbox, which is a peculiar thing because I have 2 questions about it. Why?
I think I know what you're going to say. Well, why? Yeah, and the second one, PlayStation actually bought into Discord last year.
No, I don't have a problem with that. There's been rumors of Microsoft buying it for years, but I want to know why it's come to Xbox, because Xbox Party Chat is available via PC. So yeah, I'm not sure who we're really grabbing. And 2, why would you implement it in such a convoluted way?
It's awful, isn't it? Why?
Like, so
I think the reason they've done it
before you go on, just a brief kind of outline of how it works is you download a Discord app onto your phone. You then set up your Discord. You then link your Discord to your Xbox account, and then any call that you want to do, or any calls or party you want to do,
phone,
you have to do it on your phone and then transfer it to your Xbox. Which, let's be honest, right, is fine for the 5% of gamers that are going to take the time to learn how to do that. But that's not going to be a mainstream thing. Like starting a party chat. I've seen people struggle to start a party chat, right? So from a casual gamer standpoint, and let's be honest, as much as we all like to pretend that we're all hardcore gamers, the Series S sales say otherwise. So yeah, why would you make it so convoluted?
The daft thing is, you just pick up your phone anyway, and you can join an Xbox party on your phone anyway if you've got the Xbox app. So you need the Xbox app to run Discord, but then you've already got a device that you can chat to your friends on anyway.
Yeah, it also makes no sense to me, because if you've got Discord running on, say, your PC, and then you've got Discord running on your Xbox, they also have the Xbox app on the PC to allow them to join party chats, because that's how I do Sea of Thieves a lot.
I think what might have happened is Microsoft haven't had an announcement for a while since the Activision takeover announcement. They've not had a big announcement for quite a while, really, have they? They've got Starfield and what have you, but they've not had anything major in a while. And then obviously you've got PlayStation that have bought into Discord, and they've announced the Bungie acquisition. So Microsoft needed to. I think Microsoft have just gone in and said, right, let's just get this up and running quick, so we can say Discord is now available on Xbox. I think they probably will come out with an app for the Xbox.
The Xbox has an app. None of this is the thing. Discord has been on the Xbox as an app for 2 years, maybe 3. Like, none of this is new. It's just the ability to have Discord chats that's new.
That's what I mean.
But what I'm saying is, like, Discord's app's already on Xbox. You can already do that. You could have done that ages ago. And to be honest, it's still only available to insiders, so maybe the feedback will get this all kind of changed. I personally still haven't messed about with it. I was going to make a video on how to do it all, but honestly, it just seemed like a whole lot of ball ache, because I'd have to set up so I could film my phone and stuff like that, and I just, not for me.
It's too much. It's too much hassle. I can't see the actual reason as to why they've done it, but I can understand with more games going cross-platform and all that. So, you know, my lad plays Monster Hunter, and if a Monster Hunter game, he plays on his Switch, and if it came to the Xbox, the game that he plays, I could chat to him through Discord and things like that, and he has friends who play it on PC and all that stuff. So,
yeah, but if that's the case, you could also use an Xbox Live Party Chat, because he's also got the app on his phone. So again, I'm trying to figure out who this very, very, well, I say small niche. Discord is massive, right? Let's not understate. Discord is the #1 voice chat option for people playing on PC. Yeah. Right? It really is. So I'm not going to describe it as being small, but it's small to the console people who are obviously the other way around.
Yeah, a console gamer doesn't really need it. If you're playing within your console circles, is that the moth again? The killer moth?
It is. The killer moth is back.
If you're playing within your console circles, then you've got no real reason for Discord. The only real need you would have for Discord is if you're wanting to have a party chat with someone outside your console circle. So let's say one of our friends was playing COD and me and you were playing Doom, for example, on the Xbox. We could still chat to him while playing different games on different consoles. But
you can do that with party chats, though.
You can do it with Skype and Teams and everything. But
I'm struggling. I'm just struggling to understand what makes Discord so special. But you know, I'm happy to. I'm just going to kind of cut my ties here. I'm happy for you guys to call me out on this in like 6 months to a year's time, when it turns out that Discord has changed the shape of Xbox. One of my friends did bring up an important thing, which was that with Xbox having like their groups kind of section on the dashboard, with Discord existing, that becomes null and void.
Yeah.
So maybe it's just another way to allow developers to get a bit more further in touch, like official Discords, in the same way that you have official Reddits and subreddits and whatnot. So yeah, speaking of official subreddits, did you hear about the YouTuber who was using the subreddit to claim that he was a victim, while he was actually the one going around putting copyright strike claims on everybody's videos for Destiny?
I've seen a little bit of information regarding it, only very briefly, so I can't comment too much on it on what I know. But what I'm led to believe is basically he was putting Destiny 2 videos up, which were playing Destiny 2 music. Bungie copyright struck him on those videos for his music. So in sort of a revenge power trip thing, he set up a new account and basically copy strike all of Destiny's all Bungie videos.
Yeah.
fraudulent
Yeah.
strikes.
But he also then the real issue. I mean, don't get me wrong. Fake copyright strikes are super illegal anyway. But then to have been like blaming Bungie and like making it sound like it was all Bungie's fault. Like, you're hitting on a couple of extra laws there. So Bungie's response.
Well, they've really gone to town with him, haven't they?
Yeah, they basically you shall not pass him, and and just what they slapped him with now is $7.8 million.
$7.6 million.
$7.6 million, which is pocket change to something like Bungie or whatever. But if you're a single person or an individual, I mean, I don't know much about this person, but I'm gonna guess he's making YouTube for Destiny. He's probably the sort of person that's living at home with his mum. I'm just gonna guess that, or at least I say that while sitting here making YouTube. Well, you know what I mean, like he's to make silly choices like that. I'm going to assume that he's not particularly mature.
Yeah, it's interesting though, because you should know the negatives. I mean, we've been doing this a couple of weeks now, brand new to the game, and I've come across an issue this past week trying to edit a video.
Okay.
Incidentally, it's the Doom video. You can click here if you want to watch it now. So I've been trying to edit that video this past week, and I come across an issue on said video where I may or may not have downloaded something in terms of footage that I wanted to use in the video. It was basically the E3 presentation.
So you're copyright striking.
I didn't get that far to copyright strike. So I made the video in my software, compiled the video, edited it all together in my video editing software.
Which, by the way, is not the one I recommended you use because, and I quote, that one's not very good.
Yes, but the one that you did recommend use, it kept crashing. So that'll come when I get a new PC. But however, that's by the by. So the video editing software, when it converted it from the raw files into an MPEG or MP4, it recognized that they were copywritten files that I'd used. So it blacked them out. And I couldn't understand why this video kept crashing, because it crashed on the same point every single time. I must have remade it 3 or 4 times and it crashed on the same point. I then realized, once I brought the video up into sections, I realized why it was happening, and obviously remade the video, and it's now live for you to view. But
you used the soundbite though.
The soundbite stayed, but it's only a very small soundbite. It's a small soundbite at the start and a small soundbite toward the end. So the soundbite stayed, and that's gone through YouTube's copyright checks that they do, and it's not come back as.
It's a peculiar one because, technically speaking, using a small amount of footage isn't copyright. You could, in theory, use. If I have used, for example, Tony Stark getting into his Iron Man suit, that's not copyright, because as long as you're using it within a transformative manner and you're using it within fair use, which depends entirely on the length of the thing that you've used and the length of the original thing, how you're using it and stuff like that. I mean, if you suddenly started taking the catchphrase, the "We Will Rock You" part from Queen's "We Will Rock You" song, because it's maybe the main sort of crux to it of the song, I bet even just you'd probably run yourself into a bit of hot water, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
I'm not played with it enough to say that I fully understand it.
Yeah, I'm sure once we start making more content and getting more content out there, it'll come to fruition. What
that being said, I'm really, really, really like aware of it.
Well, exactly. So
I tend to make my content almost entirely off my own footage where I can.
Yeah, well, I needed to use that because it was quite critical to the video. So the bit we're actually talking about now, you won't see it, but you'll hear it. You'll hear the section, and it was just a nice little segue that I had from one part of the video into the other. But this guy, like you say, he's clearly been making videos. It must have been because he's done, you know, he kept getting strikes for it.
He got demonetized, didn't he? So effectively
got demonetized and everything. So he's definitely had over 4,000 hours of viewing, and he's definitely had 1,000 subscribers for him to be demonetized. Incidentally, like and subscribe because we want to get our numbers up.
Not too fussed about the monetization personally, but yeah.
No,
I get what you mean.
Yeah, we're not. This is a hobby first and foremost. If monetization is something that comes with it, then.
I just want to share my passion for games. That's it. My friend described it as I got so fed up of shouting about Halo Infinite to them and them not responding that I decided to go and take on the internet and do it instead.
Yeah,
and it's not particularly wrong.
And I got sick of just arguing amongst us between the two of us. So I thought, yeah, let's go.
Entertaining. So anyway, other content that I've been working on recently. I attempted to work on a Let's Play for the channel. And I wasn't particularly happy with how it turned out. So whether or not I do something with it, I don't know. I'll have to go for a lot of editing. I was playing Sea of Thieves with 2 other people, but it was chaotic, for lack of a better word. A lot of stuff going on. I was playing with a friend that he's making video games. Obviously, we've talked about him before. And he got a phone call from a publisher saying that his game was being published and that they were going to publish it. So that obviously took up some time. I'm not sure how much I can say, and I don't want to say anything that might get him into trouble or cause issues. But I do believe he's coming onto the channel. He's already offered me some really, really pre-beta kind of footage.
Oh, wow.
Pre-alpha, he's gonna strip it right back. So exclusive stuff. He's done a couple of different podcasts and stuff in the past. He's done a lot of media stuff, but he's offered to come here and give us exclusive access to some really, really stripped back stuff, as well as letting us have a bit of a conversation about what it's like to get into game development for anybody out there that's interested in that. I'm sure everybody's like, oh, I can make a great game. There's a lot of armchair developers out there. But,
we're 2 of them.
So he's gonna come out a little bit further and tell us what it's like to actually make a game. Some of the pitfalls he's fallen into.
That's not the week I'm on holiday, is it?
No.
I'd like to be involved in that.
I think he is coming on for that, but not for that reason.
Yeah, good.
For when you're on holiday, which is about a month away from now.
It'd be.
It's the 20th. The episode that we'd be doing would be the 20th of August, which is when we film it, and then the 21st is when that one will go live. Because you're not available then.
I'm not available on the 20th of August. Yeah.
So we film it on a Saturday traditionally, although we're filming on a Thursday today. So, I've got him coming on. I've got another collaborator that I've been working with to get some sort of a bit of a faster turnaround on some videos. I've got a friend of mine who's been playing a lot of indie games. He plays so many indie games. So I've got them all coming on, and we're going to do kind of a roundtable discussion in place of the Peave and Cronnie Show. So that it'll be a bit different, it'll be a bit dissimilar to what you're used to. But for the people that do enjoy this kind of stuff, I think there'll be a lot of really, really cool, different viewpoints. I've purposely selected people that do not agree.
And in all fairness, if we get the likes and we get the numbers and we get the subscriptions, we can make it a regular thing. To be honest, if they want to come along.
So I've got one friend that's coming on, and he's helping with some new stuff at the moment. So we're going to see. He's currently doing it as a guest collaborator. But if it turns out that being able to bounce off him really, really quickly to produce that content and get it to you guys as fast as possible works, then maybe we'll look at and see what if he's interested in doing it a little bit more kind of regularly rather than just one-offs every now and then, and vice versa. This is the great thing about Blue Team is we're nice and versatile, especially in these early stages. We've got to find out what works. And although we've got our staple, like the Peave and Cronnie Show, um,
we've got the Peave and Cronnie Show. We've always got Halo to fall back on.
Yeah, there's always Halo, but it's just I think we are in an exploration phase of what works and what doesn't.
Ultimately, we're just trying to bring you what we like to talk about.
Yeah, the best content that we can.
We're basically bringing our Xbox Live 20 years of Xbox Live chat to you.
Yeah,
where we've been playing together.
And sometimes when you're in Xbox Live chats, you invite a friend.
Yeah,
that's exactly what it is.
Yeah,
and I will see because
party jack.
Usually, yeah, exactly. You party jack each other, and usually those friends end up growing and becoming more substantial, and you end up with like the same group of friends that you play with regularly. But there's always space for that one extra guy. I think, actually, do you know what? I want to spin off now, and I want to talk about a subject that I didn't talk about in the intro. But it kind of goes back to Discord, and it goes a little bit to Xbox party chats. Do you think that Xbox Live party chats and Discord and stuff like that have made making friends on Xbox harder?
Yes, 100%.
Because we met in game chat.
We met,
but we
met through our mutual friend, but it was through game chat.
It was through game chat, and then when we went to the 360, they didn't have party chat.
Party chat was on 360.
No, yeah, it was, but not when we went there. First, it was just private chat. It allowed you to have one person and another person, and they could chat no matter what they were playing.
Yes, it was. Yeah, you're right.
Okay, and party chat came later on, which is kind of an expansion of the private chat function.
Because we sort of said that was one of the things, wasn't it? We went on to 360, and that's one of the reasons we started playing more games together, because I can't be asked listening to him. Let's go into private chat. So yeah, you're right. I remember.
20 minutes in, I want to commend you on your lack of swearing so far.
I did use a little one then.
That's fine. I'm not editing anything out, so if it's there, it's there. As we mentioned last week, I'm away at a wedding this weekend, so we're recording on the Thursday.
I am conscious of it.
Everything's very kind of like up and about. We're aware that Comic-Con is this weekend, so
yeah, we'll probably bring you something next week regarding Comic-Con, just maybe like a little highlights video or something like that.
Jumping it on Sunday evening, Monday kind of thing.
Yeah,
hopefully to get it out in time for Tuesday.
Might be something like this, or we might just do a little breakdown video of what the highlights were. We don't know yet.
Or maybe multiple videos. Who knows? All of these things can work.
If it's good enough stuff that comes, then yeah.
So yeah, this feels a lot more like a pitching video all of a sudden than a news video. But yeah.
But yes, you're right. Private chat, party chat, it's killed making friends on Xbox.
I think it's everywhere.
Well, yeah, but what I tend to find now is that the friends that I've made, the new friends that I've made, are people that you've introduced me to, that you met before we met, if you know what I mean.
There's just time periods where I've got friends. It's friends of friends that you meet, isn't it? So yeah, like I've got a friend that I play with relatively regularly. He's addicted to Ark, so anyone that knows Ark knows that you just disappear into that game for weeks at a time.
Yeah.
So often he disappears, but me and him were playing, I want to say Minecraft, and he asked if a couple of his mates could join that had just come off of Ark. I sat playing with them, and we played we were playing for about 3 or 4 weeks after I was made redundant. And then I got myself another job, and we just kept coming back and playing. Then lockdown hit, and we played all the way through lockdown.
Yeah.
Because everyone was so busy doing different things.
Everyone
had different things. I just got to sit at home playing video games. Space Engineers.
I actually remember you laughing at me that I had to go to work.
Yeah, pretty much.
6 of you, we're going to be here playing games all day.
But yeah, to kind of put that into perspective, though, these people that I met through the party chat system there, through a friend, they came to my wedding. Like, they came up to my wedding. It was this massive big deal. So Yeah, you don't really.
I couldn't make it. I'm
Yeah,
devastated.
No. So yeah, you don't really make a lot of friends via Xbox Live anymore. Maybe I'm also really antisocial, so when I end up in a party chat with someone that I don't know, I tend to just not talk. I'm a bit introverted like that. But also different people have different energy levels.
Yeah, the friends you play with. I mean, to be honest, I don't have any friends on Xbox Live that I really play with anymore. But my friends are the guys that we play with regular now when we do play. I've even had to give in and add one of them.
Hey.
Who I used to have to mute an awful lot. Who's actually coming on the show.
So there you go.
So, but yeah, it's yeah, we've just kind of, yeah, you don't make new friends, and it's taken away that element of you know, you finish a match, whether it be PGR or Forza or Halo or whatever, and it's finished. It's took away that element of great game, man. That was a great game. Yeah, well, you too. Or your mom.
Do you know what? To go further than that, games like Fortnite don't have a post-game lobby. Warzone doesn't really have post-game lobbies. Halo Infinite doesn't have post and pre-game lobbies. You don't have a time to, like, even if you're playing with like a bunch of people, like as the game's coming to a close, if you want to party up with them and you want to play with them and stuff, you need to tell them like a minute before the end of the match. Oh, guys, it's been really, really cool playing with you. Do you want to jump over to our party? You want to keep going? Blah blah blah. So
yeah,
based on that, right, I'm gonna put this out there now. Blue Team is about community. Like that's what it starts at, right? I like playing games. You like playing games. The people watching this obviously love playing games.
yeah.
So I want to get everybody involved with playing games. So what I propose is that if enough people comment down below across the next couple of videos, maybe the next month or so, try and get as many people as we can to comment down below. We'll set up a Halo game evening, and we'll film it. We'll do what we can with it. We'll maybe make it into a video as well. But I want you guys to come and play with us because that's what this is about at the end of the day.
Yeah.
That is entirely what Blue Team was built on, is the idea that we can get as many people as we can to play games. How that game night's going to work, I don't know. Maybe we'll play silly custom games. Maybe I know that Halo Infinite's maybe a bit broken, but we've got MCC. We've got hundreds of games that we can choose from. I'm going to go out and say it. I probably own 98% of the of games on Xbox.
Well, here's one then. Why don't we? So since it's a community thing, and you know, it's potentially about getting people playing together who haven't played together before. Why don't we do like a little tournament?
Yeah,
little tournament. It's a wildcard tournament. So let's just say, for example, if you and I entered, we wouldn't be teamed up together. We'd get a random person. If one of your friends enter, or you know,
yeah.
They get a random person.
Everyone gets assigned a random person.
Yeah, and we can maybe do some free-for-all heats to work out everybody's skill levels, and then we can pair the best player with the worst player and that type of thing.
What we'll do is we'll also, if we're going to do something like this, it'll probably be on MCC, just because, as everyone's aware, the Halo Infinite custom games do not work particularly well.
Yeah.
They're a bit of a nightmare.
Unless they come out with some big announcement in the next month or so that it's fixed.
It's fixed.
It's not going to happen.
But yeah, we'll see what's going on there. But anyway, on top of that, though, we'll set up a Discord. Like I'll get an official Blue Team Discord set up where anyone can come and join. Come join in, shout. I'll leave a link in the description. Once this is set up, I'll be quite active on there because I'm pretty active on anything that we do. Like I'm almost glued to my phone when I'm not playing games. Like I go to work and I'm sat there being like, well, it's been about half an hour since I last looked. Let's go just you know.
But yeah, so we'll set up a tournament then. A little wildcard tournament. Do some sort of free for all to work out everybody's skill level or something. And then but obviously the key thing for that is, the critical thing for that is, we need comments, we need subscriptions, we need likes. And yes, it is coming across as a pitch video, but it's not, if that makes sense. This is something we're genuinely passionate about. We love playing games. We love playing games together. and we want to
pitching,
share that with everyone else.
We're not pitching for growth. We're pitching because we want you to get involved.
Yeah.
Right. It's a completely different thing. This isn't about us trying to make our biggest YouTube channel. Quite frankly, if I get one person viewing and commenting on my videos, I'm happy because that one person's enjoyed the content that I made. I'm not as much as sometimes making some levels of content can take forever. My favorite bits of content I've made have all been made within the big 2-3 hours. Like, they're not particularly long amounts of time, and I actually enjoyed making them because I was passionate about what I was talking about. I hit like a roll. You'll see it on the Splinter Cell video actually. The first it's about 2-3 minutes in the Splinter Cell video. I kind of it's a lot of cut and changing in the audio, and then the last 4 minutes is all done in one single take because I hit a roll of what I wanted to talk about, and I kind of opened up, and that's where the true bit of me comes out in that video.
Yeah.
And obviously the Peave and Cronnie Show is mostly unfiltered and uncut.
Yeah, we have a few things that we discussed beforehand that we want to talk about, but we research very little of what we talk about. It is just all from.
I think people know how little research you do based on some of your opinions.
People love my opinions.
Yeah. So yeah, bit of a side note now. I'm probably going to spin this off and make a separate video about this topic. Put it up there. We want you. There's a thumbnail for you. And yeah, we'll go from there. But yeah, get involved is all I can really say. Speaking of getting involved, did you know you can earn 20k playing Halo the Master Chief Collection right now?
I knew we could. I didn't know it had go up to. I didn't know it had gone up to 20k. Last time I heard, which was about a week ago, it was 5k. Hidden X, incidentally, who I've got a bit of a vendetta with at the minute for other reasons, but
we're not going to talk about that.
He's one of my favorite YouTubers, but I have with his most recent video, well, one of his most recent videos, I've got a bit of a vendetta, but we're not going to discuss that. But yeah, he tried to do it, and basically he didn't really get very far. From what I saw, he got basically probably through the first sort of section of Halo 2, Cairo Station, up until where you fight the first elite, basically. The first elite on the stairs, should I say.
Yeah.
But yeah, $20,000 I believe it's up to now for completing Halo 2 on Lasso.
Without dying.
Without dying, but you can't use the Envy Skull.
No?
You can't use the Envy Skull, I think, is one of them.
So he's quadrupled the prize because no one took him on. Now he's made it more. Yeah, so yeah, you're not allowed to use the Envy Skull because it lets Master Chief turn invisible.
Yeah. Yeah, you get active camo, so you're not allowed to. So basically, this challenge has come about because only one person has ever done it,
and he didn't. And he
used the Envy Skull. So this YouTuber, it's
so I'll give credit where it's due. So this came from a guy called Critical. I will leave a link to his channel in the below, because we are talking about his stuff. He's according to the IGN article I'm looking at here, his name is Charlie Critical White. Critical is spelled CR1TIKAL. Okay, so I will leave a link in the description down below, but also if not, you can use that to find it. Yeah, I don't want to be seen as ripping someone else off. His challenge. It's insane.
It's mental.
Insane.
I would like us to try it as a co-op perspective.
No.
Why?
No.
Just I want us to try it for 1 hour to see how far we can get. With respawns, not restarting every time. But with respawn.
No. Halo 2 doesn't let you have respawns on Legendary.
But he's saying, this guy is saying though, if you die on the mission Halo, you have to go all the way back to the start of the game.
Yeah.
Start again.
Yeah.
So what I'm proposing with me and you is just have an hour's game where we record it, see us going along, and see what we do in an hour. See how far we get on Lasso without the envy skull for an hour.
I imagine we get nowhere. I mean, if you want to talk to me for an hour, that's fine. I can't think of anything I would hate more.
I'm going to talk to you for an hour. I just want to see it. You know, I've completed one game on one Halo game on Lasso. Granted, it was the easiest game to complete on Lasso, but I've done it. And
the thing is, Halo 2 is already the hardest game on Legendary.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I enjoy playing Halo 2, so I will attempt it with you. I
just want to do it for a laugh. Let's just see how far we can get in 1 hour.
I will film for an hour and maybe make 2-minute long video based on the footage of me just raging and wanting to destroy
Make a comment below as well as to how far you think we would get.
I don't think we'll get very far at all, but yeah.
So we'll play it as the challenge, but we'll take the envy skull off as requested, but we're not gonna do the restart if we get to past the first mission. We're not going to restart the whole game.
This is just you thinking you're going to get 20k out of it. I'm not that good, mate. So yeah.
No, because you can't do it as two. You can't do it as two people anyway. You have to do it on your own.
Yeah, I know.
I'm saying we'll just do it as a co-op mission.
Yeah, we'll do it for fun. Oh, that's fair.
Just to see.
And now I know it is shorter than usual, but I'm going to kind of wrap this up a little bit now. So yeah. Obviously, we've been working on a lot of different content recently, which is coming out sort of slow and steady. It is getting there now. We're starting to get a bit more up to speed. And we're starting to find our stride a little bit. YouTube analytics have been really, really useful to let us know what you guys are enjoying and not enjoying. But again, likes and comments. Like, honestly, likes are a bit of a weird one because when you're starting off YouTube, you kind of get your friends and your family, they'll come on and spam likes on everything. So I can't so it's really difficult to see where like the initial thing like people are interested is, and then obviously watch time retention and nonsense like that. Don't want to go into too much technicals, but give us a comment because it really does help with us knowing what you enjoy and what you don't.
Let us know what you've enjoyed. Let us know what you've not enjoyed. Yeah.
And for the few friends of mine that are watching this, and I know that what you're about to do is pick up your phone and send me a message on Messenger or whatever, don't leave it as a comment and then message me so I can at least see. Let's get this conversation going.
I need to see it as well.
Because
we both need to see it.
I get like 200 messages almost with every episode between different people. Like so many. I mean, I say 200. That's a bit of an exaggeration, but I'd say I probably get about 10 messages for every episode I release of anything. Even when Cronnie makes a video, I haven't had any messages yet for his Doom video, but I guarantee tomorrow morning I'll wake up, my phone will have stuff there. So for that reason, please comment below because it helps me see what's going on properly rather than that, and also it means that he gets the feedback about how rubbish his videos are. Doesn't just come to me. So yeah.
And then please do the usual stuff. Drop us a like, drop us a subscribe.
Oh, you're just begging for him now. Look at him beg. A 15th mention.
Notifications, hit the notification bell.
Yeah. We do have some other content. So obviously the Doom video we pointed to earlier on, but it's here again if you want to find it. I also got
the Splinter Cell video. That's really good, actually. I'd really recommend watching the Splinter Cell video so you can watch that here.
See, look, he's picking up my content. Oh, who'd have thought it? And yeah, anyway, upon ending here, I have been Peave.
I have been Cronnie.
You guys have been awesome, and we will see you early next week for some Comic-Con fun.